Hey guys, this is my brand new GR Supra. We're gonna turn this into this. Let's get started.
Thank you for waking up for me.
No worries.
So I found this very nice Supra here, a white.
Oh.
Let's see if the camera sees it.
Let me see.
I think we need to leave ASAP, guys. Oh, you see my old car too before I crushed it.
It's pretty decent. What time's your flight?
About an hour and 20 minutes.
Hour, 20 minutes.
Let's
you
get
know
going.
I'm happy with it.
Is that a Supra?
We have the Supra on the hoist, and today we are installing a catalyst downpipe. I opted to get the downpipe first as a cheaper option. I heard some videos on YouTube and it sounds pretty cool, so excited to put it on. Got Nathan here, he's gonna help us out. Got the boys chilling out today, washing the cars. Got Amanda wrapping her New Year's gifts. And shall we? Let's go.
Hey.
That's the lazy way, guys. The lazy way. We're not taking off the full exhaust. So you guys just saw that. We just disconnected the cat pack and the downpipe, stock downpipe, and now I think it's time to wiggle the downpipe out. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Nathan's little tip of the day. Just before we use the O2 sensor attachment, we're just gonna put some WD on it. Just here and here. Yep, right there. Look at that. Boom. And you just let it sit for a minute. Once that's all done, we can start taking it off. How about that? We got a breaker bar here with a O2 sensor tool. It's a 22mm. I think it's standard all around. Here we go. That's what it looks like. Sometimes the O2 gets long, and what you do is push on the side, push it in. See? And you'll be all right. And then just listen. Alright, now that the downpipe is in, we're going to put everything back together and see how it sounds.
Are we going cat back or what? Let's find out.
Let's find out. That smells good! Here we go!
I'll sell it in car. I'll sell it in car. You know what? It's loud outside.
Delete the rest!
Look, I think like it's loud outside now, but once you drive it, it won't be loud inside the car.
Yeah, it's not. Did we install it?
Right?
I think the downpipe's out, bro.
Right?
The V-band is out? Yeah, the V-band's out.
Unpopular opinion, I reckon it sounds like shit. You need catback. It's too airy. Like it just sounds like, you know when someone smacks like an empty bottle, goes like. You need that, like the grunt to it, and it just feels like it's got to cut off because of the valve. Catback. Catback. You can order the FI catback, and it'll be here in time, right?
I love the smell right now, though. It's kind of sick. You love the smell. What do you think?
I love it, mate. This is why I live.
This is why we live and we die for. That smell is. Okay, guys, that's a wrap. As you are well aware by now, we're installing the full ADRO kit for the GR Supra. It comes complete with the front lip, side skirts, rear aprons, the spoiler. I think by far the hardest thing about this will be the spoiler. Adro, as always, has developed the kit to fit like an OEM part. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be removing the OEM front lip, that's here. The Adro side skirt wraps around here, goes along here, it sits on top. We drill in from the bottom, it's nicely secured. Rear aprons, very similar, mounts to here, wraps around here, and you just mount from below. As I said before, the hardest thing about this install will definitely be that spoiler. What's the most challenging thing about having that boot on the GR Supra? What material is it made out of?
There is some fiberglass and there's some foam and there's some sort of high density foam that we have to completely shave. It's in the most awkward position, and wear masks, guys. That's my only advice.
Look at that.
Gotta love Adro quality. It's straight fitting. What do you recommend?
Beautiful.
Yeah? It looks so sick.
Alright, so those bumper clips that we took off the front bumper, they're on the rear pod as well. Just got to take the two from down here out. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to mark the hole and match it to the bottom of this. So that way we can reuse the clips, and we're going to apply the 3M double-sided tape along here so it sticks to the rear pods. Yeah. Oh mate, what a fit. Now the fun part begins. Alright guys, we have done the front, the sides, and the rear pods. And now we're prepping for the rear spoiler. And now we need to cover the boot up because we're actually cutting through the boot lid here. Under it, there's actually fiberglass. It is a big job on this one.
Okay, now this is the spoiler template, all mocked up, and we've marked it up. The easiest thing to do first is to drill some holes, so then that way you have less material to shave. So as you can see here, I've already done 4 holes at each corner. Now we can fit the blade in and cut, but I'm just gonna make a few more holes so it makes cutting a bit easier. Very well. As you can see, we've made a clean insertion, taken out all the fiberglass backing on the back of the Supra. So as you can see, all the things that look like little bits of bone marrow is the things that we've chopped out. Now what we're going to do is going to use a belt sander, make sure that's nice and clean, and then we can put the Adro bracket inside and mount the holes, and we should be good. Boys, let's chuck it on a Barbie, eh? That's a bone marrow. Oh, not the food! Oh well. It's okay. Last time I checked, fiberglass was poisonous. Nice one, nice one. Is this your first nice body kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's still a hatch here. It's not basic enough.
This is my first win.
Yeah. Oh, it's your first win!
My first win.
Sick.
It is cool.
Sick. Big win game.
Big win game. I fucking love this. Man, you guys saw all of our reactions to this kit. We've installed this kit before, but it's always been in portions. Like we have customers, you know, they want front lip side skirts, or they just want spoiler, or they, you know, just want the front, sides, rear, or, you know, this is sort of the first one we've seen complete. And it already looks good with, like, okay, it doesn't look good with stock wheels and stock suspension, but it looks really, really good compared to what it did before. And it just makes me super excited to get that lowered and on some nice wheels. But yes, that's all for the kit. Wheels are coming very soon, and we got a couple performance mods we want to add to the car as well. So that's it for now, and we'll catch you in a second. Welcome back, it's another day, and today is a day for suspension. Ohlins is one of the best in suspension. It was either this or shockwork. Because in our cars, we have lowering springs in the M3 and M4. We've got HKS in the BRZ, and then we've got Cusco in the GR86, so we wanted a comparison. All right, we're back. So now we're gonna actually start on removing
all four corners. And we'll start with the rear because the rear is a bit easier than the front. So while Brian adjusts the coilovers over there, I'm going to show you how to get started on this. First things first, on the Supra, there is like a rear plastic guard thing, but it's a 10 mil, there's 4 bolts, and all you have to do is take them off, so we'll do that one first. The removal for this coilover is actually quite simple. Just need to remove these 2 bolts here, but there is a trick. You leave one of the bolts in, which will be this one, so that the whole rotor doesn't fall. That way we can start unclipping all of these ABS line, and then we'll take out 3 bolts holding in the coil from the top. As we lower that down, we will drop this bolt, and that will give us enough room and leverage to kind of wiggle that one out.
I've just read 18 pages of Supra forum, right?
Nice.
And they say these coils don't go low enough, so you want to max the coils straight off the bat.
Straight off.
So they say the rear is okay, the fronts don't go as low. If anything, we should give
Refund.
So if anything, we put the rear in at the OEM spec, the spec that I recommend.
Yep.
But I reckon the front would drop all the way down to the bottom.
Anyway, guys. All right, now class, listen here. You ever do that in high school? Yeah, shut you guys up real nicely, didn't it?
Excuse me. Is this how year 7's behaving?
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh God. What? This wasn't on the top of the other one. The other one was a flat piece. Did we put it opposite way?
Are you serious? I put it the right way for you guys.
I think obviously not. Did we put it the wrong side?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Ah, fuck! No wonder it was wobbly, Min. You fucking idiot. Oh wait. Wait, what? Where is it?
Where is it?
Wait, it's not even here.
It's right there on the floor.
Mate, who kicked it over here? Look, this.
Yeah, who?
All right, guys, we are finishing up on all of the coilovers now. Just to check in with the rear, I'll show you what the final steps are. With a coilover replacement, you will be left with your dampening settings like this. With all coilovers, unfortunately, you will lose the dampening settings, but a big misconception is that when you go lowering springs, yes, you do get to keep that dampening setting, but because you've gone lowering springs, you're not going to get the same stock dampening that you would have gotten anyway. So same really. Ohlins provides this. It's like a little dummy for the dampener. You just plug that one in there, and then you attach that to the strut with the 3M provided and the cable ties there as well. So you bang, put that in there, and then that way you don't get any errors or anything like that. So I'll be putting that one on, and I guess Brian will fill you in on the front.
Oh, guys. We finally got the front in. Min's just torquing down some of the bolts down there. Let's get to it. We're at the final stage as well. We're doing the sensors, and then we can put the cars back on and see how she looks.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn! My rear is perfect, front is fucked. Sorry.
Adjust the spring preload or height adjuster until you have reached your desired ride height.
Oh, so you can adjust everything. Oh, much better. Good. Much better. All right, guys, we have just finished the coilovers. We're all really wrecked again. I don't know why we keep doing this. Yeah, Brian's gone, Adrian's sitting there, and Min's gone to the toilet. But what do you guys reckon? We've lowered it to the absolute max. We've adjusted the preload in the front. I think it looks pretty good. There is a slight imbalance in terms of the height difference between the front and the rear, so we will get onto the rear in a bit. Now, we're not going to adjust anything anymore until we get the new wheels, which should be right after this actually. So we're gonna leave it for now. Once the new wheels come, we're gonna pop them on, and then we'll readjust the suspension and adjust the height. Anyway, that's pretty much a wrap for tonight. We'll be back with a nice set of wheels and we'll adjust the suspension again. See you in a bit.
Peace out.
Hey guys, we're in MK Motorsports right now. The car's on the hoist. It's 12 o'clock, the boys are on their break, so let's have a suss around their shop, hey? So right here we got a R34 GTR on some Nismo wheels. Very, very nice. This is one of my dream cars. I don't think I can afford it, but one day, hey, one day I will. What else do we got here? We got R32 GTR red. I think this car's been sitting here for a while, it's collecting dust. You can see. And then we got my own Toyota Supra. Right in the middle between of two legends. That's so cool. Guys, come follow me. Check out the wheels. We've got Simon out here prepping out the wheels. We went with the bronze ZE40s. In the front we got 19 by 9.5 plus 22. And the rears are 19 by 10.5 plus 35. What do I do? We've been meant to be like that. It's not meant to be like that. We've been driving this the whole time, down here. And it kept, the error code kept coming up, chassis, but like, it said continue driving. Here it is, guys. The sway bar leak, I just took it off and it came off the ball joint. If you guys look here, you see the damage there. I think it hit the wheel hit it or the strut and it pushed it and it popped out. So I gotta need a new one. Ooh, fuck, that looks so cool. Oh, it's not even like lower on the thing yet. That looks perfect, mate. All right, guys, ZE40s. I know every Supra owner gets TE37s or Advan. Those guys, Advan GTs. But I wanted to go different look, and I think ZE40s are the cup of tea for me. So what are we doing today? It's 5 exhaust. Today is cat back day, 5 exhaust. So there's two types of Supra exhaust. There's this one and there's the loud one, the sporty one though. Oh, this is not the race one. This is not the race one. This is just the normal.
So the race one, pretty much what? Like a straight pipe, right?
Yeah, mine is really loud with downpipe.
But I did speak to FI and they did say do not go with the race catback because you already have a catless downpipe.
That's right.
If you didn't have a catless downpipe, they say by all means go get the race exhaust.
Alright, let's be real. Min's been waiting for this ever since he got a girlfriend.
Wow, look at this, guys, come on. So normally piping is, you know, circular, right? I'm guessing this is the low point of the car.
I'll be scraping.
So look, there's a flat point.
It's flat.
It's flat. So I'm assuming it gives you some extra clearance in case you want to be low as min.
Yep.
Well, we'll find out.
I need to raise it a bit.
Yeah. Man, I like that. So you don't have to get oval pipe or anything. It's just flat here.
What material is this made of? It's a really.
It's stainless steel,
right?
But it's a thicker type of stainless steel. So for example, guys, this is a HKS part of a catback. And this is the FI material. Everyone loves to go, you know, titanium or stuff like that. It's more expensive, right? But going titanium means it's a very, very thin sidewall. With thicker sidewalls, there's better resonance and less tinny noise. It's not tight, bro.
Oh, is this the new arms?
Bro, who did this?
We did that.
It's the wrong way. It's supposed to tighten up. It's not supposed to be down here. Oh, sit right.
Right. We did this.
Oh. Well, look, we do suspension just for our cars only. Yep. We are body kit specialists. These boys are fully equipped.
All right, let's get started on exhaust. All right, guys. So, as you know, we're fitting the exhaust, but first things first, we got to remove it. On the Supra, there are two exhaust hangers next to the muffler. They're a 13mm, just got to take those off. There is this brace bar,
They use a 13mm for the main component, and then you move over here. This was also an 8mm here, and then it was a triple square, which is a E14. Right, so those are there, which allows you to remove this brace part. Before that, there is a plastic 10mm that it's like a nut. So Min will remove that now, and we will get that out. He drops the plastic cover, which is fantastic. So as you guys just saw, we just removed the underbrace from here and we removed it out of the car. The next thing is there is a hanger here. Min, is it a 13?
It is a 13, yeah.
So it's a 13mm. We're just removing that, and the bolts connecting the cat back to the downpipe is also a 13mm. So we're gonna get onto that. We're gonna remove that one there, and then we'll drop the hangers like what I said before. So we'll get that all down. The cat back should drop, and we should get the FI one on. As you would have saw on the muffler that came from FI, there is a valve attached on the right muffler. That's because the FI exhaust uses two valves.
Two valves, right?
So
one on
it
each
has
side.
two active valves on each side. So we take one from the stock Supra. This is the new adapter cable for the valves. So as you can see, two valve adapters.
So one would connect to this valve.
Yep.
One would connect to the wire.
Yep.
And this one will come to the other side.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
And then it will all plug in, and it will work with the whole system.
Pretty much a split. Gives the same signal to both valves to open.
Oh, you excited, man? This is gonna be so loud, bro.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Today we're putting on an intake for Min. What do you reckon? Let's be quiet.
Don't rev it, don't rev it.
The exhaust is finished, and now it's intake time.
We have the Armaspeed cold air intake.
Instructions, some hardware. Carbon fiber cover.
Little Armaspeed keychain here. Another carbon fiber inlet, right?
Whoa.
Look at that. That is beautiful, nice, nice. Now that we got all the components of the Armaspeed intake laid out, we just want to give you guys a little comparison to another intake that we sell, MST. Okay guys, now we have the MST intake and the Armaspeed intake laid on the table, and they both look completely different. One is in the aluminium and one is the carbon fiber, but again, they do start at two completely different price points. Let's start off the MST. This one starts at $699. You can get the turbo in the upgrade version for $999 as a total package. Moving over to the Armaspeed, this one here is $1399. But here, you can see that it is made out of full carbon fiber, and there is no upgrade required as the turbo inlet is already built into this. Well, I know Min loves his carbon fiber and I know which one he's going for. So let's just slap this on, hey.
Yes.
There we go.
This is what clamps onto the turbo.
See this?
Bracket here.
So we just need to get your hands below that, below this one. Open that up and it just releases the whole inlet.
Got a bit of oil and you take
Some oil there.
What's going on?
I don't know why. With the B58s, they have this this inlet has this restrictor here. So look at it. Wasn't necessary. It smells funny as well.
Right here will make it a lot easier for install.
Bang! Yeah, they did. It's in, mate.
Don't see it at all.
But I did see it just drop straight in.
Now that the map sensor plug is back in, pot filter time. Whoosh, whoosh. It's a whoosh, whoosh. So we're indoors right now. You guys probably wouldn't hear the intake. It's more of an exhaust sound. But tomorrow morning we'll have a drive and you guys can hear it then. And we're going somewhere special. Good morning. We are on the way to Elite Euro Performance right now, and the weather is not being nice to us. You'll be wondering why we're going there. Today we are going to get a transmission tune and an ECU tune. Came from a BMW, a M3, and I need more power. After putting these shifters in, it feels great, sounds great, but when you shift, it's way too slow. Me coming from 2 Golfs and an M3 that has a DCT, a DSG, you know, too slow for me, so gotta get that too. This is a ZF gearbox, if you guys didn't know. This uses a ZF, a torque converter, the new M3s and M4s use. They're very strong gearboxes, but they are not as nimble as, you know, a DSG or DCT. Yeah. That's what I'm used to. And every time I shift up, it's a little lag, shifts, and it shifts down, you know. So in sport mode it's a bit faster, but it's not that. It still doesn't feel the same. So we'll see you guys there.
So effectively all we're adding to this setup is the NGK spark plugs. We're going to do boot mod tuning software for the ECU and then XHP transmission software for the transmission. That's going to give it good power delivery, good torque characteristics, and obviously good power overall.
Making a gearbox close to a Porsche.
That's it. I'm going to make it nice and poppy for you, you know, that PDK style.
Yep.
Which is,
style.
you know, everyone loves that about the ZF, that it's so tunable.
Yeah.
There's so many features that you can change to effectively make it shift, suit the driver.
Yeah.
You know, from street aspect, track, drag, so versatile. So
Yeah.
you're gonna love it once you hit it on the street.
Yeah, it came from a, I guess,
DCT,
DSG and a DCT.
DCT,
And
correct?
this feels
Yeah.
to be, you know.
DCT will always have more of a raw feel to it.
But-
The ZF is quite automated in a sense,
Yeah,
but I will make it feel like a PDK, which
that's it.
it's like the go-to.
You heard it here first, guys.
All right, so first up, with the A90 Supras, the 2019s are an OBD unlock. However, when they go to Toyota for a firmware update, obviously update the firmware, and does a bench lock onto the ECU, which is fine, which is pretty much 2019 to mid 2020. So what we're about to do now is a bench patch file onto the ECU, which will allow us to do OBD tuning again.
Yep.
However, the mid 2020 to current Supras, it is a full femto unlock, which means you have to take the ECU out, send it to femto. It is a fair bit more expensive, but luckily for you, I've got everything here. We're gonna do a quick bench unlock and then we're on to it. All right, so we'll just do 2 runs back to back.
Yep.
Gives you a good average. 260, 553, pretty much exactly what I was expecting for the A90 2-port. Now we're gonna put the plugs in, flash the software, transmission's already done, so the torque characteristics will already be increased.
Yep.
And then you're gonna see a big jump.
That's crazy. That sounds sick.
Because it's boosting more now, you hear it even more. Yeah! Let me do the the stock runs, people are like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. Then when you overlap it, you really see the difference.
Yeah.
As soon as you're stalling up, you got torque increase across the whole rev range. So that's there, that's there. Obviously power is relative to torque.
Yep.
Your power is increasing over stock significantly. Now that's still just 98 fuel. You know, integrating E85, torque levels increase a lot. But yeah, this is a nice, and it's still conservative in a sense. You know, other people will, you know, show certain results from a stage 2 perspective.
Yep.
But the thing is, most of what people talk about is downpipes and a tune. Okay, that's fine. But obviously there's other things involved now. We've got a full exhaust system, we've done the NGK plugs, we've got the Armaspeed Intake. All those things are extra. So that's where you're getting that little bit more. So usually we see around 330, 340, put a little bit extra in there for you. A nice result. You know, this would be 350 kilowatt all day, 700 Newton meters of torque. Plenty for such a light car.
Yeah.
You're ready to hit the street and have some fun.
Let's go.
All right, guys, we're back at the shop and the car is done. What do you guys reckon? Woo!
Yeah, what a practical car.
Hey, where's Nate?
Well guys, the Supra name didn't really live up to itself, hey? But now with all these mods, it's looking like how the Supra should be.
I remember when the Supra concept was first released, it looked nothing like this.
The Supra concept was beautiful. I was like, I'm gonna get a Supra for that.
Yeah, but it came out like this. with everything on it, I think it looks fantastic. I mean, in the comments below, what's your favorite mod now that it's all done? Min, what's yours?
That wing.
The wing?
So we driving, bring in the mirror,
Yeah.
side mirrors, and you can see that side profile.
Is it because you can only see out of the side mirrors? Instead of all rear window mode?
Rear windows. Can't see.
Hey, what about you?
Mine would have to be the wing too.
Wing as
So
well.
that just stands out so much.
Would you go with the higher uprights? For you guys at home that don't know, Adro also offers a higher upright wing stand, but essentially it lets the wing sit higher. Gives it a more aggressive feel. What else has Adro got coming?
Wow. The reason why we're trying to tell Min to get that bigger wing is because during this time, Adro has actually released the brand new front bumper. So the front bar also comes with the front lip, comes with some new thinners, and the side skirts as well. So heaps of new parts to put on, and I reckon with all that extra aggressiveness, you need a big wing.
I don't know.
Come on, Min.
I don't want to do it. The wallet's coming.
Well, I guess that's pretty much it, hey?
Yeah, let's sum it up. I think we're all pretty good here. On to the next car now, really. So, guys, you tell us what we should buy next.
We'll try and mod it. If you like these types of videos, make sure to like and subscribe and we'll keep it coming. Thank you so much for watching again and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.